Amir, you can start rolling, man. We live.
I just said that too.
We are back with the never. Wait, no, that's my daddy intro. I mean, my daddy issues intro. I'm all over the place, man. How do I start verbal cardio? I laugh, and then it's like, "What's up, good people?
Yes.
It's time for another session of that verbal cardio." My bad, man. I've been off, man. This is my first verbal cardio back since the rain passed, but we back, man, with a guest.
Yeah.
I got my co-host Water, first of all, but we got a guest.
Shout
we
out
got
Water.
Sabrina, the producer extraordinaire in the building. We got Amir on the ones and twos. We are back.
Amir?
Amir, man.
That's my middle name.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Hey, never knew. I never knew you had a middle name. Is Hannibal Buress your real name?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a good name.
It's a solid name.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, it makes for a lot of just conversations.
Yeah.
Some of them are tedious because I've had them a bunch of times.
Mhm.
Where, like Hannibal Lecter. It's
Oh,
like,
here we go.
hey, baby, I didn't heard this.
You never
know.
get Hannibal Barker?
Some people that's probably 1 out of 50 people. Like Hannibal, the general. And I'm like, God damn it, thank you.
Yeah.
And then every now and then somebody will say the 18. Mostly it's just the
18.
Hannibal Lecter. Or people think I'm lying to them when
Yeah.
no, I'm not lying to you. Even though I do, it is fun to lie to strangers sometimes because it's
Because you can make up a whole life.
just make up anything.
And they got they can fact check later, but they ain't got nothing to do with you because you'll never see them
Yeah,
again.
as long as it's harmless lies and
Yeah.
you just would make up whatever.
Did you like your name the whole time?
No. I used to go by. I started going by HB because my dad's name is John. He went by JB, and I used to tell. I think especially when I changed schools, I'm like, I don't feel like going through this
Yeah.
Hannibal shit every time. Like, and so I think I remember saying like, oh no, it was when we moved to our new neighborhood. I think I said my name was Dave because that was my brother's name. Because I was just like, I don't feel like hearing y'all Hannibal shit every time just to be a human being. I gotta go through this.
Yeah. Just to exist.
To exist each time I had to go through your what? Like what?
Yeah.
Your mama named you that? No, obviously the father named that.
Right.
That's clearly a dad name.
And it predates Silence of the Lambs. Because I
Nobody.
assume you were born before 1991.
Yes.
Or 90. When did that movie come out? 90? 91. One of those two.
One of those, yes.
You were born before then, so it was like, yo, he stole my name. I'm not
Yeah.
sure when he wrote the book,
It's
but still.
You know what? And I don't even watch those movies out of pettiness.
Of
I
course.
just can't.
I wouldn't either.
And I act like I never heard of them when people say, like Hannibal Lecter.
who's that?
Sometimes I say, what's that? Those movies. What movies?
Oh, you mean the Nelly line in the song Country
yeah,
Grammar?
I just,
That, okay.
if they catch me on my deadpan game is crazy,
Oh, yeah.
especially if strangers don't know. Yeah, I just, super just dry, and I can keep a straight face, and I'll get my own laugh later.
Oh, hell yeah. How much water do you drink on a daily basis?
I'm not a consistent person
man, come
in any
on,
of
man.
in anything. So, some days the right amount, and some days whatever is in 12 Capri Suns.
Oh, damn, man. The whole box? That's the whole box.
12 might be an exaggeration, but I'm
Yeah.
saying it varies. Some days I know what I'm supposed to do, and
Yeah.
I do it, and then some other days, you get a couple cups, and you get some other stuff, and then
Yeah.
But I know.
What's your primary drink? Would you say it's water, or would you say it's something else?
Water.
Primarily.
You know what I like putting the little tablets in the water. The ones that say, oh, this water, this make the water more watery.
Yeah, you be doing them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the vitamin C.
Yeah.
Because then it give the water some extra stuff.
Little kick.
Put my water on steroids.
Do you
I want to do
respect
steroids.
water?
Do I respect water?
Yeah. A lot of people don't, surprisingly.
Oh, I absolutely respect water. I got a different respect for the ocean. I was staying on Kauai from April till just recently, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you lavish.
And
That's a lavish stay right there.
I'm staying out there and just had a little baby. I just had a daughter. So
Wait,
we was
what?
Out there. Yeah.
Just now?
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Tony Baker.
New baby.
Oh, yeah.
This your debut child?
It's the first child, yeah.
Yo, Hannibal Buress, debut babies. Let's go. Wow.
And so we went out there
Mm-hmm.
to have her, and so I was going to the beach a lot. I was
Mhm.
going to the and so it's this beach that's pretty, it's crazy waves sometimes, you
Mhm.
know, and sometimes it'll be calm and sometimes it'll be, you know.
Yeah.
And I was out there. Sometimes I'll body surf a little bit, you know, and then one day I decided to get out there with a boogie board.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out there on the boogie board, and I guess I should have had some flippers on or something, they say, so I could be able to navigate the water a little
Yeah.
better. And I'm out there, and it just I felt like tethered to it, and I wasn't able to move how I am when I'm swimming. And a wave came and pow, like knocked me directly into the shit where it was, my eye was messed up.
Oh,
Luckily,
damn.
that's all it was. My eye was messed up and my shoulder was killing me for a few weeks or so.
You hit your eye on the board, or you hit your eye?
I think
on
on
the
the
reef?
sand. Yeah,
Oh,
on the
damn.
sand. And it was like, man. And it was the funny thing about getting hit by a wave is because it's the water. Nobody else see that you just got roughed up because the water cover you. So I kind of got up.
Yeah.
And nobody.
Everybody else is like, hey,
nobody panicked. I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody. Y'all didn't see what happened to me. Ah! And so my boogie board now, that's a
It's the
goddamn,
oceans
that's
now.
a cot. No, I still had it because it was
Okay.
on my ankle.
Oh, gotcha.
And so now I was just lay that on the sand, and I just had to lay down, man. And so that made me I just respect it a lot because
Yeah.
it just showed me that at any moment out there, it could get nasty. For
Yeah.
you. It could get real ugly.
The body
could-
count
yeah.
that the ocean has is extensive.
And the ocean was just doing its thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
even trying.
No, it's nothing personal with
It's
the ocean.
nothing personal.
It's
It's
just
just pure, like, this is how I felt.
Yeah.
You happen to be there.
That was my
you
move.
know who I am.
Yeah.
You seen what I do.
I've been around a long
You still
time.
came through here.
Mm-hmm.
And so be it.
Yeah.
Blessings.
No personal. Congrats on the daughter, man.
Thank you,
That's
man.
amazing.
In Kauai.
Kauai, yeah.
So your daughter can grow. You know, I was actually born in Kauai. Oh, that's a conversation starter.
I didn't want her to have to breathe in L.A. smog right
Oh,
away.
man.
Like, give her a few months first.
Yeah.
And then she'd come through, get this smog like the rest of us. You know, she ain't choose to be here, so give us some nice air first.
What's her birthday?
June 2nd.
Gemini.
Gemini, yeah.
Gemini. Twins. Yep. My brother's a Gemini. Shout out to Scott Baker. You know what I'm saying? Gemini extraordinaire. Yeah. Are you into the zodiacs at all? You
Not
care?
like that, but I'll listen to folks' theories.
Yeah.
If they really passionate about it,
Mhm.
I'll kind of,
People really be tapped into it.
Yeah, I got a friend that she's really into it, and she's such a great speaker that you get into it too. It's one of
Yeah.
those
You
where it's
be
not
like,
the,
"Oh,
it's
yeah."
not always the content, it's the messenger.
Right.
And so you're like, yeah, you right, yeah, and that's how they go.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yep.
But then it's not like I take that info to other folks, like
Yeah.
according to, it's just, you know.
Aries rising.
Yeah, no, I don't repeat that, but I listen and don't judge while it's said.
Once they say rising, I fall off the wagon because I can't keep up. It's like when people giving directions and they be
Yeah.
like, head west, and I just, my nose start bleeding.
Yeah,
They'd be like, you're an Aries rising, but you a Taurus, I'd be like, I just know I'm a Taurus.
yeah, the moons and
Then
whatnot.
once they get to the moon and I'll be like, I can't. Because then it get too mathematical at that point. It's like fractions.
I did though. It was one of those books that do the exact birthday,
Mm-hmm.
your exact birthday and year, or something.
Yeah.
And then I looked at that and I said, hey, who the fuck been watching my life and shit?
So it was accurate.
It was accurate. Yeah, it was
Oh.
some stuff. I guess some of the stuff they say about Aquarius is fits me where I am. I am aloof sometimes, and yeah,
So Aquarian.
yeah, I'm aloof.
Yeah.
But then I wonder, am I playing aloof because that's what's been put upon me, or am I truly aloof?
Oh man.
I don't know.
The
Sometimes.
hard hitting self
Right.
question
I don't know.
about that. Where were you born?
Chicago, Norwegian American Hospital in Humboldt Park.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. See, he was born in Chicago. I was born in Grand Rapids, but raised in Chicago. And you stayed in Chicago?
Yeah, stayed in Chicago. How
Okay.
powerful are Norwegians to be able to get their own hospital
Yeah.
in Chicago?
In Chicago, of
Not
all
even
places.
New York. You
Yeah.
think New York,
Right.
they probably have one.
No, he was
But
like,
no,
"We going to
we
Midwest."
going to Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
In the, I mean, I'm born in the 80s, so it was at least there in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's power moves, man.
Mm-hmm. Born in Chicago. Did you start comedy in Chicago?
I started comedy in Carbondale,
Where's that?
Southern Illinois.
Oh, I've never even
I went
heard
to
of
school at Southern Illinois University.
that. Okay.
Started there 2002. Did shows on campus and started hosting my own shows. It was a good,
Immediately?
probably a few months after. 'Cause it's college, so you just gotta
Yeah.
go for it, man.
Right.
It was one of those, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I started there because it was a good environment to learn everything
Mm-hmm.
early without much friction.
Right.
Because it's in the school, it don't matter if you know, done it a few times. Like if you're doing comedy, that's a thing. If you're
Right.
doing events, I would just hit up the school paper. Hey, I'm doing this. Write about it. And they
they
say,
did it.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they be interviewing me. Like, yeah, so this is my third time doing comedy. Mr. Buress says it's his third time doing comedy. He's excited.
Right.
And you get folks out because it's a college town. So I learned, all that and had my own show on campus TV called The
man.
Hangover.
What?
I did a few episodes of it. And so I got to learn a lot of stuff, as far as producing, press, hosting a show, booking a show in my first 2 years when I was 19, 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Most people don't learn that. They be 10 years in and still don't have all those tools yet.
Yeah, I got to be able to do it, without a lot of competition. I don't know. It wouldn't have been the same if I started in New York immediately
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Because you're able to get notoriety easier. Like my first two shows, because it's campus.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you seeing folks on campus. Like, oh, you do comedy. Like,
Right.
damn, that was fast.
Word travels fast on Southern
That was
University.
fast. Second show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was campus famous and shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Damn,
So,
that's dope.
Yeah.
And then so you were there building your chops on campus.
Mm.
Did you graduate?
No.
Okay.
I got really distracted because kind of hyper focused on that feeling
Mm-hmm.
that comedy gave.
Exactly. I
And
know exactly what you're talking
and
about.
so even though I wasn't working that much in comedy,
Mm-hmm.
to justify not going to any classes or doing any work, that's
Yeah.
what I ended up doing. It was just because my mind could not even compartmentalize the idea of doing these classes and also
Right.
locking in on comedy. Even though the time was, I just didn't have that
Mm-hmm.
capacity.
Right. I get it 100%. I failed math classes in college, failed chemistry twice, and never graduated.
Yeah.
And just went out of there wasting money. Still owe student loans. Never got the degree.
Yeah, man, it's,
Yeah.
but I got what I needed up out of there,
Yeah, oh, me
and
too.
So, but and I do sometimes think about that sense of completion though, because now I got some unopened, some open tabs on different other things, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, am I not finishing this goddamn idea because I didn't finish my degree and I keep on abandoning shit? And I'm like, maybe I do need to go back and get my degree, and then that'll fix all the other shit in my life.
You looking at the laptop of your life. That's a tab that's been sitting there.
Yes.
College. And then you got to go back in there. Either you going to close it out or you going to go back in there. What was your major?
First, it was business
Mhm.
because I was 17 and that just sounded like what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You go to college. Yeah,
Business major.
business. Yeah, you're 17. Figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And that's the voice.
Yeah.
That's the voice.
That's the
every
voice.
time.
You got it. Yeah. Go to college. You do that. Go to the suburbs. You do that. Right? See that? You do that. You do that. and you die.
Like, all right. So business, and then there was this class, finite math,
Oh,
that
hell
I
no.
took, and I was great at
Mhm.
math in high school and grade school.
Yeah.
Algebra, all that geometry. I was great at math, at doing calculation, but finite math
Mhm.
did something where I was like,
What does that even mean?
I don't even like the name
I
of
still
it.
can't even describe to you what one of the how one of the problems, but I just know that I took it twice,
Yeah.
and after the second time, I said, "Oh, I gotta just if this is what business is,
Mhm.
then I got to get out of here."
Okay.
And I switched to education because I thought I wanted to be a teacher,
Me too.
and then that was false. And
What
then
was you gonna teach?
I don't know, man. It was just what did I teach? I think. What would I teach? I think I would want to teach practical stuff or just I would want to be the teacher editor,
The teacher editor?
or just the curriculum editor,
Mm.
because I want to be the one. Y'all, nope, that's not real world. You're not gonna use that.
Oh, yeah.
You're not using that in the real world. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then like watch this master class on something else.
Right.
Like replace the hours.
I think we need more teachers like that with that mindset.
Just of this is not gonna be, because I even think about all those I don't anything from a lecture, all that stuff. None of that is there. And so if I was doing something else, if I knew it was just would have been better to spend time working on a skill or adjacent skills to comedy. Like if I knew to start editing when I started doing comedy, you know what I mean? That type of thing. Then I'd be almost 20 years deep on editing, you know what I mean? And doing that type of stuff. So that's, I would want to tell you, hey, this is useless, most of this stuff.
Right. You be that teacher first
Yeah.
day. First of all, 90% of this class is gonna be useless. Put your books away.
I was
Tell you what's real out here. Show you what you really gonna need in these streets, bitch. Like, whoa.
I was really, that's one thing I'm grasping and trying to figure out is how much, as far as parenting, how much real you have to give, because you obviously know more and you just want to be able to guide them through stuff. Because like, and my dream is my daughter kind of giving a speech to the 10-year-olds and be like, hey guys, we should be good to each other because how we act towards each other right now is going to make things really weird for others in 20 years.
You want her to just say that to her friends
Hey guys,
at random?
somebody told me from the future, if we act like assholes to each other, one of y'all might become a tyrant or something.
Right.
So we should just be chill and figure this out.
She gonna hop on the cafeteria table. Hey guys,
Hey y'all.
listen. Watch how you treat people. That McRandall over there that y'all keep picking on, he's gonna kill 7 people in the future.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. I don't know why his name is McRandall. It just felt right in the moment. So you went to school,
Yeah.
born and raised in Chicago.
Yep.
What side of Chicago?
West side of Chicago.
West side. Okay.
North
Did you
Avenue
know
in
Lil
Austin.
Rel out there?
I didn't know Lil Rel there, but Lil Rel performed at SIU, my second show ever doing comedy.
Really?
Was with Lil Rel. in
Did he go to that
2002.
school too?
He didn't go to that school, but he was Chicago comedian. So when they
Gotcha.
would bring shows down, they'd bring a couple Chicago comedians that had been on Comic View.
Oh, okay.
So my second show ever was with Lil Rel and shit.
Wow.
And remember there was an after party and shit. Lil Rel had bought me a Corona, and I was like, God damn, I'm in show business. And I got a Corona and shit. That really, 19, that shit. It's like, this is what it is. You do a show, y'all hang out,
Corona.
you have a Corona.
Yeah.
That's, God damn it, man.
You ain't even drink it. You just stood there and took it in. Like, this is this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And so we did that west side of Chicago.
Yep.
Those of y'all that are not familiar with Chicago, you got 2 sides where black folks is at. West side and the south side. North side, you're not really going to see a lot of us up there. Maybe it's changed now, But growing up, I'm from the South Side, super black, ultra black in the South Side. Seeing whites was like a rarity in my neighborhood. Like, oh,
Yeah.
a white person. It was like I had 2 white teachers at my school, and we had to travel to get to the whites.
Yeah.
We had to get on that L train, go into the water tower, and they'd be like, whites. But that was, because, Chicago's segregated. But the West Side, super black,
Yeah.
depending on, what part you're at. Anything over there by the Gold Dome and beyond is ultra black. But I feel like you can get to the whites quicker from the West Side than the South Side.
Well, you got Beverly on the south side and Bridgeport, and you got the suburbs.
Bridgeport,
Yeah.
They chased my brothers out of Bridgeport.
Bridgeport, they be trying to convince me now that Bridgeport, like, no, we got art scene, theater, nice restaurants. And I say, I can't shake it out of my brain from the 90s.
Big racism.
I can't shake what.
Yeah. Big racism.
I get it. You guys have coffee shops, but I still.
It resonates.
I gotta go like 20 times before I rinse it from my brain from the 90s and shit.
Just think about Bensonhurst and Jungle Fever. Remember how big they were? That was Bridgeport in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then so raised in Chicago, you went to school in Southern Illinois.
Yep.
Started stand up. You were the talk of the town, the toast of the campus comedically.
A lot of local articles in
Yeah.
the Daily Egyptian.
The Daily Egyptian?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's what you wanted to be in the Daily Egyptian.
That's-
Cover story?
I don't know if I
Was
got
it
a
page 3?
cover story in the Egyptian. Maybe no, I definitely got a cover story. And then whatever the arts paper was, I had a cover of that.
Hell yeah. Did you keep any of these?
My mom saved a lot of that. I was looking back at it, and when I was at the crib, she saved a lot of like old flyers and stuff, and
I want to
even
see
like
these.
boarding passes from. Actually, I took a picture of a couple things.
Yeah, I want to cue these up, man.
I took a picture of a
Shout out
few.
to moms for holding on to these right here, because that's important. That's important right there. And your mom believed in you, too.
I don't know about that, but
No?
they just kept it to themselves.
Just kept That'd be cool. She kept all that, but still didn't believe in you.
I think it was some early skepticism. I mean, I don't, it's
mean,
natural.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. What do your parents do? What they do for a living?
My dad works at worked at the railroad, Union Pacific.
Uh-huh.
I think he's a foreman. You know what? I don't even really know exactly what my pop's job was, but that's okay.
What'd you
He took
tell
care of
people
us.
when you was a kid if they asked what your dad did? You
Worked
like,
at the
"He
railroad." That's an old flyer from 2007 with this the Edge Comedy Club. That's Kumail right there.
Oh, wow. That's Kumail that's popping right now.
Yeah, he was in
Wow.
Chicago back then. Yeah.
He's an Eternal now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's that's my Live at Gotham itinerary letter. Right there from 08
And you started comedy 02.
and
01.
02.
02.
Yeah. This is like one of my first email lists of folks.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Me and my pops right there and shit.
Pops.
That's my cousin, Pops.
And your pops worked at the railroad. What'd your mom do?
My mom worked at mental health hospital, ISPI.
Uh-huh.
And then she worked at St. Paul Lutheran School.
Oh.
Run it back.
This one ca-
Lutheran school. And they hit him with the note.
I don't know why we were Lutheran. I just want to, I look back, like, why the hell were we Lutheran?
I don't even know what Lutheran means.
Martin Luther? No? Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just
Yeah.
one of the Christians.
Yeah.
Like one of the spin-off.
I don't even know the
spin-off Christians.
I still to this day don't know the difference between Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran,
Pentecostal.
Presbyterian.
I grew up in a
Yeah,
Pentecostal
it's-
household. I still don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
I don't know what's going on. I didn't ask the hard hitting questions about the religion aspect. Church of God in Christ, Seventh-day Adventists.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, it's great.
I just did a show in Utah.
Oh snap! How was that with the Mormons?
What's the Mormons? Or definitely
The Beehives?
former Mormons was definitely in there. I did a show, but I did full band, so it was music and comedy and small venue though.
Oh wow!
I had a couple, Mormon tunes that put together.
Well, you put some music together.
Mormon on Mushrooms was a hit with the crowd, aka also known as Mom.
Mormon on mushrooms.
I'm a Mormon on mushrooms. I'm finally seeing the light.
Oh Lord.
I'm a Mormon on mushroom. Yeah, that shit was fire, man.
Cook that up in the moment. Would you live in Utah?
No, man. I can live
Salt
in-
Lake City?
No.
The fresh air,
No,
man.
man.
Did you do that?
That was nice.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
was nice. You can do that in Utah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get me back on the flight to LA. So I can live. Yeah, no,
Clear
hell no.
skies, man. Salt Lake.
It was
A
it's
dead lake.
beautiful to go dip out for a couple days or something, but
Yeah.
never, no, man. Hell no.
You know what's creepy to me in Utah? The beehives on all the signs. Did you notice that?
No,
Not every, but most
I was too
freeway
busy.
signs, they got a beehive on there. I don't know
Yeah.
what that
I didn't notice
represents
that.
in Utah. But I'm like, I've never been to a state that has this little symbol, and I'm just like, what does that represent?
They,
Yeah.
probably some sort of,
don't
subliminal
know.
messaging.
I don't know.
You know, how much money you think the Mormon Church has in assets?
$7 billion.
$100 billion
Oh.
in assets
In
that they're ma-
assets?
that they're managing. Yeah.
Wow.
Google that, chat. Mormon Church assets.
The
100
music.
100 billion. 100 billion.
Oh.
This reminds me of Thomas Dolby. I don't know if y'all would know who that is.
I
but
don't, but you know,
Blinded Me with Science. You remember that song? She blinded me with science.
I sort of know that one. Yeah.
That guy.
This sound is called The Clouds.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That sound like the other one. This one called The End. Yeah, that's the end. Yeah.
Mm.
That could be menacing right there. I
Yeah.
think the out of those three sounds you just played,
Yeah.
I feel like the first one sounded more like clouds, and then the second one kind of sounded like something else. But that third one was definitely like, yo, the ocean is trying to kill you.
I had Skeep That Diddly Dee as my ringtone for a minute. Man. Yeah. It's catchy, man.
Thanks, man.
It just kind of. My phone would ring. People like, what the hell is that? And it kind of would snap, snap
Yeah.
you out of a out of a
that sound
funk.
like Superwoman by Lil Mo.
Oh yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
It does
Oh.
sound like that.
Mhm.
Shout out to Lil Mo if you listening to the podcast. I don't think she is, but shout out to Lil Mo.
Whatever
just
you're
in general.
doing.
Glad she showed back up recently. All right, so raised in Chicago.
Yeah.
Dad worked at the railroad.
Yeah.
Mom was working at the Lutheran. You say mental health facility?
Yeah.
Mental health facility. What was your favorite meal growing up? Homemade.
Ooh.
Homemade. Before we hit the streets of Chicago and the glorious food, what was your favorite meal
think-
at home?
I don't know if this is my favorite, but it might be my most memorable. I think pork and beans and hot dogs.
What? This was this out of everything. This was the favorite.
I think that's the one and then my mom made, I like diced cucumbers also. It's just
Oh.
salad shit with, yeah.
Diced cucumbers.
Yeah.
Your mom was making that back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice
And
little.
I hated liver.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't
get it.
understand
I get it.
why that was. Liver was the one that's the most hated, where I didn't understand why we were doing that.
Why did we eat liver? Like, what was the point?
Liver's definitely in the
It-
chitlins' cousin as a taste.
yeah, it's like why were we eating liver and onions? Yeah, you put the onions on
And it
there, it's
just
gonna
and it
make
didn't
it
even
pop.
smell good. It just had a
Yeah.
that
Definitely a weird taste.
Just the
The
awful.
texture.
Yeah, the texture is
Texture,
weird.
taste.
And it's like, who was like, yo, we having liver tonight?
The caveman.
Like, nobody was ever excited about the liver night.
Nah, man.
So pork,
Yeah.
pork and beans and hot dogs
Hmm.
and diced cucumbers is like, yo,
That's the ones that, yeah.
that's you all day, back in the day.
Yeah.
But now,
Now,
what is it?
now it's just, whatever the Uber Eats person leave out in front of the door. Uber Eats got that button now, just like Netflix, where you can just press send me something.
Really?
No, they don't. But they,
Oh.
they
I was about to say, surprise me. Surprise me. They bring you
surprise
liver and
me,
onions.
$25.
Liver and onions, surprise. What's your favorite pizza spot in Chicago?
I would say Home Run Inn.
Okay.
Yes. That was, and that's just more of a memories thing.
Mhm.
And went there after baseball games, or just that was a family gathering spot too. And that's the Home Run Inn is the flat crust.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the flat.
but the deep dish is not as popular as people think it is amongst locals and shit. Where
No.
people like the pizza.
Yeah.
And I wish I could match your passion in this conversation, but it's gonna be one-sided because I have that shit like once every 18 months.
Oh, even growing up, you didn't have that much pizza?
Not deep dish, no.
Oh, no, yeah. The
Yeah,
deep
the
dish
deep
was
dish,
like,
no,
that
not
was a
deep dish.
rarity. And
Yeah.
we would always order, it'd be thin crust, cut in squares.
Yeah,
And that was the typical pizza night for us. But if we
Yeah.
were doing it up, we were doing it big. We going to Lou Malnati's, kids. We was
Yeah.
like, that was when we got the deep dish.
yeah.
But at first, I had to warm up the deep dish because I wasn't ready for the sauce on the top and then the big. And then it was just like, I was like, well, where's the little... Because I like the little portable squares and the triangle slices. That's what I grew up on. But deep dish is an experience.
Do you spit out gum or do you eat gum?
I always had gum in my mouth. And so when I would eat, I would put the gum up here on my gums and just eat the food and then continue chewing the gum.
But then after that,
Only the mint flavored gums.
Yeah.
The fruit flavor, once it was done, I would spit that out onto the
but never
streets.
eat the gum itself.
I've only swallowed gum maybe 10 times in my life. And that was just pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Some gums like Winter Fresh will actually dissolve in your
That's-
mouth.
That's a good move on their part. I
Yeah.
think.
Winter Fresh dissolves after a while.
Genius.
I probably eat 90% of the gum that I chew, and I feel like the reckoning is gonna come one day,
Because
and I'm
you
not
got
gonna.
all that, and it's just in there. Like,
Is it?
It's underneath. It's like underneath a school desk in your stomach right now. That's what it's like. It's an elementary school desk in your stomach right now. Tough.
Yeah, because I saw it was at the venue on Saturday. I saw something that said like "spit your gum in here," and it made me realize I don't be spitting my gum.
So you
like
swallow
that.
your gum most of the time.
I don't know. Yeah, most of the time, man.
So when you're about to eat, you got the gum. The food is arrived. You just go. And then you dig
Probably
in.
most of the time. Like
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I mean, But I would love to see.
Any doctors in the chat?
I would
let
love
your
to see
boy
what's
know.
going on.
How long I have to live? Shout out Camille, Regina,
Yes.
everybody,
King Panda.
King Panda,
Gina Watson.
Regina Watson, Latoya. I ain't used to this level of
Yeah, man.
activity in front of my,
It's the bakery, man.
Yeah.
The patron saints. Willie Buckshot. What up, Dennis? Okay, so home run and pizza.
Yeah.
Grew up in Chicago. Franks and beans, pork and beans,
Mhm.
and the diced cucumbers was the come up. And I know you're big on the feeling, the vibe. Like when I asked you about your favorite movie off camera,
Mhm.
and you say it was more about, picking the movies where you had an experience that you attached to.
Yeah.
With that being said,
Right.
what's your favorite movies of all time?
Okay. Now this is not a cinema list right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is specific in theater experiences. One is saw After Earth in Philly
Uh-huh.
on opening weekend.
Will
After
Smith,
Earth with Will Smith and Jaden Smith.
M. Night Shyamalan on the helm.
And folks was vocal up in there and saying some things that really added to the energy.
Okay.
And I had an amazing time. It was hilarious. So when I saw that movie getting bad reviews,
Mm-hmm.
I really was like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
I'll never
What do you
forget it.
mean? This was an
Me,
event.
my ex-girlfriend, we went to, I was in town for the Roots picnic.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like, let's go see After Earth. It was
Yeah.
after a day of partying and music,
Uh-huh.
and it was just live in there, man.
Yeah.
I'll never forget After Earth. Number 2
Okay.
is when I was in pursuit of her probably a year or two before.
The same girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went out to Vegas because she was out there, but it turned out she was flying back to New York, so we missed in the sky. And so I took some Molly on the plane, or I brought some with me, and then I went and saw Looper.
Okay, yeah.
Joseph
Bruce
Gordon-Levitt
Willis.
and Bruce Willis. I
Yes.
saw Looper
Uh-huh.
on Molly, and
Oh, wow.
I was like, whoa, this is cinema history right here. Solo, just high as hell.
Uh-huh.
And that one right there, I'll never forget that. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a good movie.
I like that movie.
For a while, like all the rest of that year, I
Yeah.
was just talking about Looper to folks. Like Looper.
It's a
y'all gotta
good
see
movie,
Looper.
though.
Y'all gotta see Looper. You gotta fly out to
I
Vegas.
can only
on
imagine
a
what that
moment's
was
notice.
like. Especially when the little kid goes off
Yeah,
and
it's
reveals.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure your head exploded.
It was crazy time.
Was you sweaty on Molly?
On this particular one? I don't remember, but
Molly normally makes you sweaty, right?
and it can, yeah, definitely. You gotta
Okay.
keep hydrate, take care of yourself.
What's the vibe like on Molly? I've never dabbled.
It makes it makes music sound incredible and shit.
Oh.
And it make you probably enjoy music that you wouldn't, and like you hear different nuances and it just hits.
Yeah.
You just get really appreciative of shit, and it make you just like, hey, yo, I should make peace with I should who I should call and tell them.
Oh, it makes you squash beef?
Sometimes it may,
Yeah.
you might call an ex-girlfriend. You might realize how you were stubborn and wrong in a particular scenario and see the other side.
This is the reconciliation drug?
It can be, I think.
You
know,
tried
yeah.
Molly before, right?
Yeah, and then I fell asleep.
It's bad
Does
Molly.
it make you sleepy?
It's bad Molly.
Oh, it's bad Molly. Okay.
Yeah.
I was also
All right.
sleepy.
Yeah, you see,
Because if you can reconcile, shoot.
Yeah,
I'll take
you
some
might want
Molly
to
for
call
that.
somebody part. It may in certain situations where you might be more sociable and less in your head about
Okay.
stuff. One time I played NBA 2K, my player, while I was on Molly,
Yeah.
and I was a point guard. I had like 27 assists or some shit. I was just
Oh.
passing
you
that
was
motherfucker,
passing
just
it?
passing
Man.
dog.
Molly sounds all right. Sweaty reconciliation. I'm sorry for what I did to you back then.
It's
Okay.
I feel like drugs and video games is like the greatest combination.
it's
That just seems like a good
A good
good
marriage.
call.
yeah.
Yeah.
A good game, you locked in. Yeah, it's
All assists, 27
just-
assists, no
just dishes.
points,
Yeah.
10 rebounds.
Hey man, I know this. Hey, just throwing alley oops. I know this your contract year, so let you get your points.
They was wide open. You was like, nah, go ahead. That's all
Yeah,
you.
no, extra pass right there to the corner.
So we got Looper.
Yeah,
We got After Earth.
hmm that's the end of it.
That's it. That's your list right
That's
there.
the show. Thank
Super
you.
recent movies too. Super recent.
There's and just again specific movie experiences. Oh, the premiere of what's the joint? This is the end
Okay.
with Seth Rogen.
Were you in that?
I wasn't in that.
Okay.
That's Craig.
Craig Robinson.
Yeah, they.
Was you in Hot Tub Time Machine?
No,
Oh.
but sometimes
The Office?
I've gotten scripts where they, Craig passed and shit.
Yeah.
And his name will still be on it. Craig Robinson type. I'm like, I got it. Yeah,
Craig
sure.
Robinson
I'll take,
type. That's
yeah,
what you want to get to.
I'll take Daddy's home. Thank you. Craig wasn't available. He'll take this.
Yeah.
I'll take
Craig from Chicago too, right?
Yeah.
Chicago is cracking, man.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that.
With the
Man.
blacks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what was it like? And I don't mean like working wise. I mean like energy wise. What was it like on an MCU set? And like Spider-Man, like what was the interaction like with people when you're not shooting?
It's not a lot because it's so much going on. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was, in between scenes you talk a little bit, but it wasn't a lot of hanging like that.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, and it's such a big production,
Yeah.
and you don't really know what's going on the other days or what they shooting if it's not your stuff. So yeah, it's it's one of those things that's dope to see when it comes together because you're so removed from the process.
Right,
right. You shoot for a few days or something, and then you see what they did. A year later.
Right.
A year later. That's big time. And you gonna be in the next Spider-Man.
I am.
Did they you didn't read the whole script, did you?
No, hell no.
They just gave you the piece
They
that you're
give
in.
us our shit to the day.
Wow.
Wow.
So you don't know what's going on in the movie.
You sort of know what's happening a little bit.
Yeah. But you
yeah,
can't read the whole thing.
Nah, not the whole thing. But to be fair, I wouldn't read the whole thing. I didn't even read full scripts for movies that I didn't read the full script for a tag. I kind of just skimmed through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like reading scripts? Because I don't.
No, I don't. I just feel like put a lookbook together, something like
Yeah.
put a pitch deck. But I think I just have to create a process of putting some music behind and really reading out loud and trying to get into the zone of it instead of, because it feels like a chore, even though it doesn't take that long.
Right.
There's just something about it. But I don't think I like acting that much either. I just did it
Wow.
because the opportunities popped up, but it wasn't something I chased like that.
Yeah.
So I don't appreciate it in that same way. And I learned that when I just talk to other folks about their process.
Yeah.
And then I say, oh, you really do this. I'm just here. Like you can, but that's, I journal as the character for a month to prepare, or
Right.
I do I'm just going around, and so it's been a couple folks where I'm like, oh, that's what I'm not, I don't care about this in the same way that you do, so I shouldn't do it as much.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
wow. Yeah.
Because I feel like all your characters feel very much like you.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're playing somebody else.
Yeah.
Just the name changes.
Yeah, it's just name changes, job changes, outfit changes, and it's usually just me, So it was cool, and I appreciate the opportunities, but it took me a little bit to see,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to do this. That's why I'm showing up late, or that's why
Oh, you be late?
I used to be
Oh,
late sometime.
This guy.
But that's how you.
I'll be late too.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to be somewhere, and so it just shows up in other
Call
ways
time,
like that.
6 a.m.
And you just, I just know when I do want to do some shit, usually I'm there, for real. But when you don't want to do some shit, all types of stuff pop up. Oh, I was able to die. Because you don't truly want to do the shit.
And
So,
do you audition for roles, or do they just offer them to you? Because I feel like you get offered a lot.
I get offered stuff. I haven't auditioned in a while. No, I haven't taken it. Only movie I did this year was Spider-Man, and worked one day. And
Right.
That's the dream.
but it's just
That's the dream.
It's amazing.
it's but it's weird because a lot of stuff comes in and it just doesn't. I don't feel motivated. It could be good projects and shit, but it's just not. And so there's this. I have to shake this guilt of there's all these opportunities and I'm not doing it and being it. But I just, I'm like, if it's not what I want to do, it's got to be true to that.
Do you love stand up? Do you love doing it?
I do love stand up. I like stand up, but I'm doing more music now. My show now is mostly music with stand up in between, and I like having that pressure off of the stand up because it makes it hit harder, and then telling the stories in between makes the songs more enjoyable too. So now the show that I'm doing, I feel happiest about. And it energized by. Where after comedy shows sometimes I can feel a bit depleted, you know what I mean, on the energy level of just like, But with the music, it feels like you can vibe out too and you can still enjoy it while you up there. And so I just noticed afterwards, even interacting with fans after the shows I've been doing with music, I'm a bit more gracious and patient and energized because it's new and I feel better after the shows. Yeah.
So you got bored with stand up in a sense? Regular?
Just kind of because it's just so many different things to add to it for me. So my show's been progressing that way anyways, just with, having screens and having just added in bits and different things like that. And so, and I did music before I did comedy, actually.
Really?
I recorded music just back when I was 17, 18.
On
just
campus?
Goofy song. On campus and before that in Chicago. And I battle rapped on campus.
What?
Also. I battle rapped,
You should have led with this.
Right.
You should have led with this before I even gave the intro to the show. I battle rap in school.
Mark it and you move it. Let's move it. We can
Battle rap?
a couple battle raps, but it was just to get the stage time because it's Carbondale, so it's not hella comedy shows. So my first regular hosting gig was hosting this thing Sunday school sessions where Open Mike Eagle was performing, and Tony Trim had it at his spot. And so it was at his house, and it was poetry, music, comedy. I hosted that, and so they threw battle raps on campus. And so I signed up just because I knew battle rapping was about getting a reaction and, trying to get a rise out of people. And I just wanted to have that stage time. It was like 19, 20, so it was like, I'll perform anywhere, everywhere.
Wow.
And so that was fun, too, because I advanced. I beat Open Mike Eagle in a battle rap. And he was known as the top freestyle. Yeah.
Wow.
At that time, but I had a couple good lines because he was an RA.
Yeah.
And I said some shit like, motherfucker, you're something, you gonna give us a noise violation.
That's funny.
Whoosh, they set themselves on fire. Especially an RA, man. Everybody hated the RAs on campus, man. You gonna give them the noise violation?
Give me a noise violation.
Oh,
What you
man.
want, dude? Leave me alone. I'm trying to smoke in my room. Bars.
He was disintegrated that day. Yo. Do you watch battle rap? But you just...
I don't watch it a lot because it just gives me it's too intense. But I watch it sometimes.
Man, it's so intense now.
It's so intense.
Man,
I would
like, yo.
I don't. It's too much shooting stuff too. The gun, go. I get it. The gun, did it blah blah to the ceiling. That's the warning. Blah blah. It's not a good morning. Just shot your kids. It's gonna shoot your ribs. You're done. Then I pull out the 9. I got one. Bah, to the ceiling. Blast out the lights. Then bah. Then I shoot you right in your eyes.
Other
Like,
dude
where
be
are
taking
these
it.
guns at, man?
The other dude be
Where they
taking it like waiting for their turn. Like, this guy right here. Every time though.
I fucked your baby mother in the Ross's baby aisle.
Oh.
I guess your child is my baby now. Then I shot her in the pussy, nigga. Like, damn.
That's how it be though. Hella brr. bop, bops going on.
It was the one I remember being at. What's the who's this? Is this one where he's like, and your father is the, and he just got your father, you miss him, and he was in jail, so that's why you act like this, and yeah, I'm just trying to, and it's like
I
this
think
is.
I've seen it because he got
Yeah.
super personal.
Yeah, he
with
had
it,
on the
huh?
suit.
Yeah.
Your dad, and yeah, you know, he was doing his thing in the streets. 1976, your pops. Yeah,
Yeah.
my pops knew him. He said your pops was a bitch. And I said, yeah, wait till I get to the battle rap to tell him this shit. But I'm just trying to school you, brother. Like,
Man,
God
he
damn.
was digging deep. I was
Man,
like, yo.
yeah, I watched that shit high. I had to put on ambient music afterwards to calm down. I'm like, oh shit, that was intense. Why
He
did he
needed
do
the
that?
Molly so he can
I
reconcile.
just had to afterwards be like, oh god damn
there
it,
it is.
rinse my brain.
Oh.
Yeah. With that, that was the move.
I have another question.
Yes.
Though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, since we're talking about rap and
Mhm.
acting and being yourself. I know in 2004 you impersonated MF Doom, right?
That was
Or 2000. I don't know when.
that was 2 years ago
Oh,
at
that was 2
Adult
years
Swim
ago?
Fest. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know where I got 2004 from.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when I went to see MF Doom. All right.
Oh,
I'm tripping.
snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flex.
Where'd you see him at?
In New York at Rock the Bells.
Dope.
Yeah.
It was him for real, or was
No, because so I was next to Murs, and I was like, I don't think that's MF Doom.
yeah.
And he's like, I don't think that's MF Doom either. And he's like, I'm going to go on stage and check. And never really got a confirmation because you never know.
Yeah.
But when you did that, were you like, I'm going to try to sell this?
You know, Lotus, that was Lotus's idea, Flying Lotus, and he asked me to do it. I was hyped. I didn't know that. I wish I knew that song and like kind of practiced it a little bit
Yeah.
because I was out there. I didn't have the right hand gestures for it. It was fun to do that though. 'Cause
Yeah.
people were hyped, and then he pulled off the mask. It's fun to do those type of
Man.
live
That's
bits.
funny.
You know, that's not exact stand up and shit.
Right.
And the people still hit me up about that. Yo, shit. And
I
it was like,
love the fact that he committed to
Oh.
the mystery of his identity, the whole, you know,
So
those
dope.
of us that knew about KMD and all that back in
Yeah.
the day. But other than that, he committed to the mystery of it. And I'm like, man, that's so dope to me.
yeah, man, it's tough to
'Cause
commit to
stay-
a bit.
Man,
Yeah, just
like
to
if
stay
in
Ghostface
character.
Killer was to never reveal his face,
Oh.
that would have been genius.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like on the Wu-Tang album cover, you know, they had the little white faces on there, and when you open the booklet, Ghostface is all the way in the back,
Yeah.
with a stocking over his face, and it was like, yo, if we were never to see him, and he was just continually making music and classics, and
Yeah.
we don't know what he looked like. It was always a clear face. That'd have been
That'd have been
fire.
great.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a music persona, a
Do it.
separate one.
Yes.
So I want- 'cause I just
Stay
wanna-
committed. Daft Punk.
Yeah, I want to have a separate one just to have stuff judged on a even lens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Just because even if people enjoy the stuff I do or don't, you know, music stuff is gonna be judged next to or with, you know, my other work in mind. Like, oh, you think
Yeah.
about that, you know. So it'd be nice to be able to put out something dope, well made, and just see how it goes as a project, and also
Yeah.
be able to take emotion out of it also, and be like, okay, this is the thing, I'm putting it out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is how it's made and shit.
Do you see yourself making a full music project in the future?
I got enough for one. These probably won't be the songs for a full, but I have enough recorded stuff. Not that. I'm just trying to. I got what's gonna be my main single that I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
did you bring it?
I brought it here.
Can we
Yeah.
Ooh,
dabble in there?
exclusive.
Yeah. This
Cue
is
it up.
called. And so this track, it was inspired by I saw a YouTube thumbnail of somebody that said I got hair plugs. It was a YouTuber and he was like had a bald head and then it had the picture of him with the hair plugs.
Yeah.
And I didn't ridicule it. It just made me think like, oh, what do I have covered up and shit? You know what I mean? What have I paid for that I thought I needed to have? And I got veneers right here and shit.
Uh-huh.
And so I started just coming up with the concept to make a song about veneers, because motherfuckers always talk about grills and such, but
Yeah.
nobody ever talk about
The veneer.
veneers.
Yeah.
And there's probably more people with veneers than grills.
Jim Carrey got veneers.
Yeah, a lot of people got veneers.
Yeah. Denzel.
And so, and then it's just, you know, thinking about veneers as a metaphor for whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made the beat for this one, and it's a better beat.
Give us.
Give us a set?
Yeah. Give us a
Let's
sample
give,
of
yeah.
this, man. Let's get
Give
it
you a
going.
sample?
Let's get it
All
cracking.
right, here we go. Veneers. Tony Baker Podcast.
Exclusive.
Sabrina in the building.
What up?
Amir in the building.
We out here.
Veneers.
Veneers.
Y'all know what it is.
We smiling.
How's it sound?
Oh, here we go.
How's that? Is that?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this strip club.
Veneers,
So far.
veneers. Who got veneers?
Ooh.
Veneers. Hey, who got veneers? Veneers.
Ooh, the claps.
You got a chip, you got a gap, you gotta get your smiling tack. Your bottom six, the problem that it make your grin give heart attacks. It's hard to laugh, but it all is facts. Just call the lab and give all your cash. Whether you travel or do it here, just be prepared, cause everything's about to shift with your veneers. Whether you go to Brazil or do them here. Everything about to just with your veneers.
The horn. First of
Now
all,
your smile gleaming.
the horns.
And your teeth even. And you stay cheesing. Every day leaving a string of charmed admirers in your wake weekend. And they don't even know that the teeth is fake either.
Ooh.
And underneath the porcelain, it is fangs peeking. Pointy pieces, the originals was shaved. Shot my guns with the Novocaine. Spit my blood in the closest sink. Wipe me down, let me do my thing. Got a photo shoot today with my veneers.
The flow switch?
Veneers. Yeah. And we... Veneers.
Okay.
That's
Yo.
veneers.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that was good. The horns, though.
Veneers.
That beat.
Veneers. It's catchy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's got
that's
that.
gonna
It's
be
got
stuck in
that
my
first.
head.
It's got that trap sound, that little strip club vibe with the dom dom. You
Yeah.
can see a girl making it clap while she's standing still.
Mhm. Slow motion, though.
Slow
Yeah,
motion. You gotta
man.
do
Yeah.
Slow motion.
I performed it the other night, and it's not out like that yet. I
Yeah.
haven't put it fully out, and I
Oh.
could see girls was vibing. I was like, this ain't
Okay.
even out yet, and they liked it. You
You
know what I
get
mean?
the women.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
it.
you need
That's
right
it.
there. That's it. Veneers. Where'd you perform it at?
In Salt Lake City. So
You
I-
was in Salt Lake City last night?
I was in Salt Lake Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Sunday night. So I did the show in Provo, which was
Uh-huh.
a private thing, and then my flights got messed up, so I ended up staying another night. So I look at the calendar at Wise Guys Comedy Club, and it was a show going on. It was a show with black promoters. I was like, oh shit, it's a show with black folks in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
I'm falling through. And it was a comedy competition and shit. And I went and watched. It was cool to watch a bunch of comics that I knew nothing about at
Yeah.
all. With, you know what I mean? It was nice to just watch comedy and know nobody or nothing.
Right.
It was an old friend of mine judging, this comedian Arvin Mitchell. Shout out to him.
Oh, Arvin Mitchell was
Yeah,
there.
he was- yeah, he
Shout
was
out
there.
to Arvin, man.
And so then I asked to do a spot. Went on at the end after the contest, and then did veneers there in the comedy club, and it went off a little bit. It's been cool to, you know. I
Yeah,
got
well,
a bunch of other tracks, but it's been.
I
you
like
know, this
veneers,
one,
man. Why
yeah.
you ain't send me veneers?
Veneers just got made a few weeks ago. It's
Okay,
new.
all right, it's
you know.
fresh.
But veneers, I had to make that terrible beat I sent you
Yeah.
to get to
Yeah.
veneers. You know what I'm
Feel it.
saying?
Yeah.
So thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, man.
a couple months ago
You know I'm gonna give you the real
and being part of the process. You know what I'm saying?
veneer. You gotta send that to Jim Carrey.
I'm gonna send that
Denzel.
to everybody.
To get the
You know,
veneer.
but we're
I wonder
long.
if Michael B. Jordan got veneers.
A lot of folks got veneers, man. It's you know.
You know
Cardi
what I'm saying?
B.
I be thinking about everybody's teeth is just mad perfect on the silver screen. I'll be like, because I never knew, Denzel was part of the Gap Squad
Yeah.
until years later. I was like, wow, he was one of me, But
It's
that's
people
fire,
wanna-
man.
Yeah, if you want to play, that's the thing. If you want to play trustworthy characters, that's why folks got to get veneers. Yeah.
Oh, so you trustworthy if you got the veneers?
I think on camera, like
Yeah.
for certain folks, if you got snaggle teeth, then what is you? You comedic relief, or you like somebody in a gutter or something?
Dang, that's messed up, man.
Hey man,
The hero never got the snaggletooth hero
probably sometimes
somewhere.
But, yeah, but the teeth, it's unfortunate, man. We all about aesthetics and how things look.
And then the one beacon of Gap life that we were having was Michael Strahan, but he got his closed up.
Yeah, too many tweets.
Dang, man.
Too many tweets.
And then there was you
And it was me. I still got a little gap left. A little gap left.
holding
man.
on.
Holding on. So, everybody and their cousins been talking about Dave Chappelle's last special.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. It was late night, so I watched it up to like the last 20 minutes. I didn't finish the rest. And then people told me that it gets really dark, and so I was like, I guess I won't. If it's that dark.
Yeah.
No,
It wasn't that dark to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they mean by that.
But yeah, I didn't. It's wild even seeing. I haven't clicked on much, but it's wild to see that level of commentary on the special. It's super. I'm like, oh man, people. It feels like I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a combination of how the internet and media is now with his profile.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really see that with, other things where it's like, this person, this person reacts. This person reacts to the,
Right.
He's a super skilled comedian, man. I did the Oddball tour in 2013 or 14. But I've done a bunch of shows with him and seen him in a lot of different size venues, and from 100-seat club to 20,000, and it's he's amazing comedian to watch. Like seeing him work with a band, seeing him hosting things, and how he produces and puts events together, man. And he's been super welcoming to me over the years, and as far as opportunity goes, I snuck into one of his shows years back in Chicago. Yeah, I snuck in. I think that was 2004. And snuck in. And then, fast forward, 9 years later, 2013, started doing shows. with him. And so I tell him that story all the time. Like, I snuck into your show. Now
How'd you sneak in? What was the strategy?
Sometimes sometimes a door is just open.
Yeah.
And it was just,
Literally, man.
and then this was the Congress Theater in Chicago. And it was just, you tried one. I tried to go through by the bus or something. I was like,
Hello, I'm a comedian also.
and get out of here. And you don't even look like you believe it. You just trying to bullshit us. You not
You
even.
stuttered?
I'm a comedian.
Comedian?
Hey,
Look out.
blessings. And then just kind of was walking around the building, trying doors.
Yeah.
And then just one of the doors was open. And just walked in,
Literally.
sat in some seats, and it was like, God damn, I done snuck
That's
in
all it took.
to, it was,
I snuck into my biggest sneak-in success. I snuck into a Common concert during his Electric Circus tour. He was at the House of Blues in Anaheim, California. We were out here. This is before I even moved to California. We were out here for a NSBE convention. National Society of Black Engineers. That's what NSBE stands for. I don't even know why I was with them, but because since my major was secondary education science at the time, that included me in there. So we out here for that. And I was like, yo, man, let's try to get, because we had lanyards from the Nesby convention. So I was like, all right. So I'm gonna say I'm doing press for this Nesby convention, and we doing press about the concerts that are around the convention, and the Common concert is one of the ones we. So I was saying, yeah, I'm doing press. They were supposed to have my passes here, and so Kanye West was with them. This was before Kanye exploded. Talib was there, and I just used that, and there was two of my friends with me. And it was like, let me see what I can do. And I'm on there. I was like, man, this might work. You know what I'm saying? It worked.
Yeah.
We got in there right when Common hit the stage, free of charge.
Yeah.
And I felt like Danny Ocean.
Yeah,
I
man.
felt like Ocean's 11. I was the man with the master plan.
Yeah, man.
Dope ass show.
It makes it hit differently when you don't, if you're able to get in with a plan,
Man.
fake stuff,
Right.
feel like a spy, you know what I'm saying? And just,
Man.
yeah.
Not to play on your name, but I love it when a plan comes together. That's
Yo.
what Hannibal always says on the 18.
Yo. So I actually, I'm working on an idea where I sample something from the A-Team. And I was looking up like something about I ain't getting on a plane. That was the name of the song.
Yeah.
And so there's this compilation of B.A. Baracus, Mr. T's character, hates flying.
Right.
And so it's just different ways they get him to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they just shooting stuff into his neck.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not flying. And like, shut up. And they just drug him. Or they just hit him over the head with some shit.
Right.
Or they drug his sandwich. It's a compilation and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, yo, this shit is, why is the only black dude is full of jewelry just getting tricked
Yeah.
each episode?
Every time.
And it was wild watching this goddamn compilation because it was like a top 10 times, and then they played a dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Search that. Hey, chat. After this, go
Yeah.
on YouTube. A-Team.
Yep. A-Team getting
A-Team
BA to fly.
getting BA to fly. and prepare to just have your world change for 10 minutes, and then you go watch something else.
They did
But
that in the movie too. They tricked them.
It was.
Man, what y'all got me doing up here, man?
And it's dicey, man. It's
Yeah.
a little dicey, but it's not. It's
It was a different time.
it's
back
a
then.
different time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're drugging. You know what I
They
mean?
drugged this man
They drugged
against
this
his
man
will.
Against his will.
to get him to fly.
They would use women to trick him.
Man, dog.
They would put it in his food.
And then Hannibal would say, I love it when a plan comes together. You literally drugged this man. Multiple episodes.
They would make him feel smart, like he tricked them,
Mhm.
and then they really realize. So it's the A-Team, my brother. So then I go to the A-Team writing room with the revolver.
Uh-oh.
Like, bata, bata, ba. 6 episodes over. Bata, 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 bata,
He got-
bata, bata.
Because he got 6 bullets in the gun. It's
6
the revolver.
episodes over now. You counting
The
down now.
translator.
Yeah.
Dovetail the storylines. What you talking about now?
What kind of gun was that?
That was the.
That gun had a full sentence right there.
Eat it me. Oh.
Yo, I want to give
Damn.
you a shout out right here because you let me be on your show on Comedy Central. I didn't have to audition.
Yeah.
You just like, yo, put Tony in this episode. I played a lion.
Yeah.
It was bad. This is when they killed that lion. What was that lion that Hunter had killed? And it was all up in the news.
Cecil.
Cecil,
And
yeah.
I played his
Yeah.
brother in the clip. And I was man, I appreciate you for that, man.
For
'cause,
sure, man.
Anything I ain't got to audition for, thank you. And I needed
sure.
the money then. I needed every cent
For sure,
of that
man.
money, man. That was clutch.
For sure,
So I
man.
want
That
to thank
was,
you for that.
That was an interesting time. I actually started working on a show about why. What happened with why.
Oh, really?
For the folks, that Why is my
Yeah.
television show
Mm-hmm.
that was on Comedy Central in 2015. Yeah, it was it's fun. It's interesting looking back on because I could see what went wrong and
Mm-hmm. What went wrong? For those that don't know, like what Well, I guess you're gonna save it for the show you're making about.
No,
what happened
I'm
with
happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think it is a lot of. I was super distracted. It was a
Okay.
stressful time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Cosby press was crazy around then, so that was taking
This
up a
was
lot.
after that.
This was the show was in 2015.
Uh-huh.
Cosby press was a late 2014,
Oh, okay.
15. My show was already in the works, but then because the Cosby shit happened,
I forgot about that.
folks thought that I got my show because of that.
Oh, okay.
Even though my shit was in the pipeline for
Yeah.
a couple years and
Mhm.
shit. So it was this weird energy. It was distracting, and I didn't. And it also was a case of like having the keys to a Ferrari, but not knowing how to drive it. And
Yeah.
because it's a lot of moving parts with running a TV show. and
Yeah, that
running
was your
different-
show.
Yeah, so it's just I had, and so it was it's like knowing how to drive it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of running it off the road a little, It's just because it's a whole thing of, managing the writer and,
Right.
and telling them exactly how you want it and all these other elements. And it wasn't it wasn't as much preparation in it. I was
Okay.
trying to wing that motherfucker like it was a stand-up set on,
Yeah.
on a weekend in Phoenix or something. Like, okay, I'm going to Thursday,
Mhm.
I'm going to warm up, and then Friday shows,
Yeah.
no, this is television. Yeah.
Ain't no
come in.
warm-up set.
You got to
First
come in.
episode, I'm gonna just kind of play with a little thing.
And
And then,
so didn't have a real clear point of view
Yeah.
with it, and it kept shifting. Like, is this a talk show? Is this a sketch show? Is it a man on the street show? And it was jumping around a lot.
yeah.
But it was, when I go back and when I want to do something else, now I got a lot
Now
of
you
knowledge.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the learning thing. How do you feel about the Cosby thing?
It was a lot. It kind of went in a way I
That
don't
you
like
didn't
it.
expect.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
It's more of a media thing the way it was pushed.
Yeah.
So I feel a bit uncomfortable with the like, yeah, you made that happen.
Yeah,
And
of
it just
course.
puts, and the fact that it's like constantly a heavy thing or somebody. It just is because it just represents. It was a stressful time, man. I was on the
Yeah.
middle of a tour when I was on my first theater tour when things started going, and so it was wild, kind of seeing just folks, just the reaction to it.
Yeah.
Where it was like, damn, this is.
Cause I know, as a comedian, when I saw the set, I know it was just you was just telling jokes.
Yeah,
So in your mind, it wasn't like,
yeah, man. It was a lot. Like,
Yeah.
It put me in a bad mental space
mm,
because I had just kind of gotten like my second special had come out that year.
yeah,
And Fraud City was going and had a couple movie things and it was starting to tour. So I was just, in a nice little run.
yeah,
And then I didn't even get a full year of that. And then it
Damn.
was like controversy. And
Yeah.
it was kind of the first time in my career at that point where things went out of my control. Before that, I was like, we're doing this project. And then we're going to
Yeah.
go talk about this project when we go out.
yeah.
And so then
Had it mapped out, but now,
it shifted. It was just it was a stressful time, man. It was a stressful time for my folks I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that, my parents or whatever have shielded me from.
yeah,
Just the energy that they took on during that time. For like Inside Edition, like leaving business cards under my
oh wow,
apartment door, like inside the building in New York and shit. Just it was
man,
it was wild, man. Death threats and shit, like weird messages. And
yeah,
Nobody ever really came with no bullshit though, like no real life.
right,
But just you sometimes think about it where is somebody gonna
Yeah.
show up and shit, and like nobody ever
Right.
did. It's not a challenge. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Bring that shit. Bop, bop. I stay ready.
But it's just
with
never.
Yeah.
It's just the level of aggression would make you think that some
Absolutely.
spillover would be real life,
Yeah.
but it never did. But it was, it's yeah, it was something, man.
Do you feel like
still
it has affected your career at all?
Yeah, because it affected my choices,
Okay.
and I didn't take as much stuff as I could have or would have because it just felt like I kind of started viewing things with a lens of, is this coming in because of this or that,
Yeah.
And so it was stuff that I didn't take or didn't do because it just felt off. Or even there was a lot of opportunities to do really big interviews about that I didn't want to
Yeah.
do, all that Nightline and NPR, like whatever you want to name, that type shit came in, and it just didn't feel. I didn't want to feel like that part of it.
Yeah. I feel that 100%. I've been like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not, especially when that none of that was your intent anyway. So it's just like, no.
Yeah, and I kind of think it was more of a. Yeah, getting pushed in that way.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hell of a situation. I just think that's not how that process should go either. Even if you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not how that should go. And in hindsight, if I knew it would play out like that, no, not me.
Oh yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Because it just it just really, I just kind of, because it put me in a defiant mode. Even I did things privately to kind of prove shit. Like prove my success or prove that I had money. I didn't do, but I was like doing it just to like, cause motherfuckers like, you motherfuckers don't know you cause that, da da da.
Yeah.
And I got in my head, so I was like,
I already had money.
I was like getting private jets. I wasn't posting them and shit, but I was like doing shit because like motherfuckers told me I didn't have my own. Like, why you this jet for motherfuckers? But I never put it out like that. Like
that's the voice too.
yeah, what motherfucker you think I am?
And that's a white woman talking like that.
Yeah, man. It was.
You was dead broke before you mentioned it. You flown private before?
Yeah.
How much is that?
You want to know?
Give me the bill.
I'll tell
on
you
a
my
private
worst
flight.
bill, because some of my private flights were because I was drunk and missed the flight, and then I had to make the gig.
Yeah.
And so so my worst one was I had a gig in Baltimore the night before the Bieber roast in 2015. And I missed my flight to Baltimore. I missed my flight from DC to LA, drunk on some drinks that weren't worth what the rest of the day required.
Damn it. Coronas.
Coronas I would have been up and at them.
Yeah.
So I had to get a jet to make the Bieber, because I can't, because the Bieber roast was leading up to that was going to be promo for
Okay.
for my show. So it was like, I can't miss the fucking roast of Justin Bieber. And so I booked a jet. And
The day of, I take it.
the day of from DC to LA. And that was $50K.
Ooh, Tony's out of here. All right, well, that was verbal cardio.
Nice. $50K.
Yeah, it was, and so that's one of the reasons
Damn.
I mean, and there was a lot of other things with drinking that started where it just was, I had to really take inventory on heavy drinking and how
That's a one-way flight.
that was a one-way flight, hungover,
50K.
50K
Jesus.
lighter.
Did the Rose pay that much?
No, but I mean, I
But it
think
was
in
for-
value, I think
in
it
value,
did,
yeah.
but that's not how I would like to get the value. I didn't. I
Right.
would like to not have to compare them in that way. But that's what it was then, and it was just,
God damn, it cost $50K, y'all.
But that's last minute. What about if you plan it?
What'd you ask?
That
Like
that was
last
last
minute.
minute.
Oh,
yeah, like here, LA to Vegas, you can do that. That'll be like 7,500, 10,000 sometimes, something like that.
Tony's
So a
out.
couple hours is 20 grand. That shit is behind me. Believe that. Fuck that shit.
Was that the last time you flew private?
No, that wasn't the last time, but that was the last time. Like at that number, yeah.
God.
Hell yeah. No, that shit. Cause I'm a frugal guy, but I just had to make that. You know what I'm saying? I had to
of
make
course.
that.
I get that.
And
Yeah.
it stung, but it happened in a.
Yeah.
It was a hit that I was able to take at the time, but I still think about it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, damn, your fucking drinking was that.
It cost you $50,000.
It cost you 50,000 plus other one, and then you add in the missed flights from other shit, and it was just like, what are these drinks?
Did you drink that brand of liquor since then?
I drank at the roast just to deal with being on stage while the shit is happening, because it's weird being on stage when you're not performing.
Yeah.
And people are out there, and it's the lights and shit. So
Yeah.
I had to have about 3 or 4 before I even did my roast, which I usually don't like to be on TV drunk like that.
Yeah. My nose is bleeding.
But it was just, my nerves and my techniques weren't, I didn't have like hey, just take some breaths.
Yeah.
Do something, bring a little, notepad or something. Bring your Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch?
Yeah,
this
man.
was the music when they told you that price.
That
50K.
shit, 50K.
Zoomed in on Hannibal's face. Like, all right.
Yeah, and that was
50K.
not, as far as party nights go, that wasn't it at all. Like for the,
damn.
not that any night is worth that, but
Yeah.
that definitely wasn't even a top 70% party night.
Whew.
But whatever, you move on, you work
Mm-hmm.
harder. That's the good thing about having vices. You gotta be like, well, I guess I gotta work to pay for that.
Yeah. And you did. And
Yeah.
you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did.
What was the most grueling movie shoot in your filmography? Was it Tag?
Yeah, tag.
Tag, okay. Because
Tag was a
Tag,
good
it was a
time,
lot
though.
going on in Tag.
Yeah.
It was a good time, though.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Well, it wasn't the actual shoot itself wasn't grueling, but it was just one of those where
You were in it a lot.
yeah, and it was a long time down there
Where'd
To-
y'all shoot?
in Atlanta.
Oh,
Uh,
ATL,
Of
shout.
course.
Food was
it
good.
was a long time there, man. And I didn't prepare for living in Atlanta properly.
Mhm.
Meaning, as far as a movie shoot away from home,
Yeah.
I should have brought a family member or somebody down there to kind of stay with me and keep me grounded and shit. Cause
Yeah.
I didn't have it was a
Was you down there a couple months? Or was
couple
it-
months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And so it was a tough time.
Movie shoots be long, man.
Yeah.
Were you in it? In it?
It was, man.
You
That's
be
what
in-
make it even, that's what, when people say they like tag and shit,
Yeah.
I be having to be like, oh, thank you. Cause it was just, it's not.
I like Tag, man. It
It's-
was fun.
And I
It
get
was
that,
fun.
but it's just,
Yeah.
the behind shit.
Behind- yeah. I get
And
it.
nobody, no blame on anything
Yeah.
but myself, but it was just, it's one of those where it's just like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
And then, but I still flash back to
You
just
got your ass
being
kicked.
miserable in Atlanta
Yeah.
and being ridiculous and shit.
Yeah, man. See, this is the keyboard that reminds me of Thomas Dolby. That's the sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that
You
70s pop
blinded me
shit.
with science. You remember that song?
I feel like you're hitting those notes though.
I played it around you one time, but you probably wasn't tapped in. But
Yeah, it's probably
that's the
spaced out.
vibe. Who remembers Thomas Dolby in the Chatsworth? Y'all remember Thomas Dolby? She blinded me with science.
What are your top 3 or 5? Let's go 5.
Oh, top 5.
Music.
Ooh.
like
Yes.
artist of all time?
Top 5 music artists.
Of
Top
all
5
time.
music artists
Great,
of all time.
great question.
Since you're a musician fully now,
Oh, he's definitely a musician now.
full time.
This is him.
I wonder if it's because I'm messing with keys that his name comes to my
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
That's a good choice though.
Good choice.
He's hilarious too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You
does.
met him?
I haven't met him, but I saw the Songs in the Key of Life tour
Oh.
a few years back,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he got funny blind jokes.
Does he?
Yeah, 'cause India Arie was on that show, and she
Oh,
popped out
love her.
and sang, and then went back for a costume change and
Mhm.
sang, and he was saying like, "Look at India Arie with that yellow dress on," like shit, like
Did she have on a yellow dress?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like
Oh.
just making like, yeah, see, it
She
just
one of the colors matched
I
up?
wish it was a different color though.
Man, if it was a different color and he said that, you could book him at the Laugh Factory tonight. I often think about Stevie Wonder and like what he imagines people look like when it was like a picture of him and somebody else, and I'm like, I wonder in his mind, what does Alicia Keys look like to
Right.
him and his imagination of her? I'd be wondering that.
yeah. I was talking about. I think that has to be one of the dope parts about being blind is
Mhm.
not having that sort of instant judgment on people.
Yeah, that's real.
And not being able to be manipulated by if they have a chain or some shit
Mhm.
or something shiny. It's just if you just like, does this motherfucker have some good stories?
Yep.
Is their energy good?
Voice.
Do they not
good.
stink?
Yeah.
And just, it don't
You
matter about
really
they.
looking deeper than the surface.
Yeah, you really talking. So he's, so if somebody got some fucked up teeth or something or
You would
whatever,
never-
he
you would
not,
never know.
he don't. It was is this blind comedian in Chicago I was asking about it. He said, man, yeah, I like it when, I hear the dress code or something. I don't give a shit about that. I just show up because I ain't got to look at if everybody in suits, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm wearing what I'm wearing and it'll be
Right.
me. So that seems like it gives you an interesting perspective, probably make you a little more chill or something.
Yeah.
Or make you
For
make you
sure.
good at holding court and shit too.
Hell yeah.
I've done some of my podcasts. We would put on sleep masks.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. And it would make me a better interviewer
Yeah.
because you can kind of, it's good to look at people, but you can kind of just you really listening,
Yeah.
and then you not kind of shifting what you're saying based on,
Their
are they
reaction.
bored right now? No, this person is
Yeah.
and so you can just listen and speak, and not be distracted either, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at different things, and cause even, I'm having a great time here, but
You all over the place.
yeah, I'm over
Yeah.
here, I'm
Here,
over on this
boom,
mic,
bam.
I'm looking at, the screen, like, okay, the and so I noticed, yeah. And I freestyle better with blindfolded too.
Did you?
Oh,
In college
really?
or after?
No, this was just a couple years ago when we did some sleep mask
You
episodes.
still battling?
Not battling, just freestyle.
Oh, free. Okay.
I freestyle just for fun. Yeah.
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 That's dope.
That is dope.
Mm.
Yeah, just kind of, y'all should try that. See if
Bring
see
your
if there's a difference.
podcast back and have me on there.
right,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
be like, I'm gonna just be sitting there looking at the wrong.
I'm
Me and my sons did a blind taste test of some fries, and I noticed that when we were talking, my sons were on either side of me. I was in the middle,
Yeah.
and I would be talking to them, but I would still look at them like
Yeah.
I could see them. And I'd be like, yeah, because see, and then I look at Serene and just be like, yeah, because these fries.
Yeah.
And people just like, why are you looking at them like you can see? I'm like, because I know
That's where it.
this is where the energy is.
Yeah.
This is where the voice
Right.
is coming from. So I'm gonna give you the energy, and then I'm gonna shift back over here. I kept doing
Do
that.
you remember the time we were at a comedy show and the dude on stage was like, "Why aren't you looking up here? What are you, blind?" And the guy was
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Actually, yes."
actually, yeah. I am. Oh.
he lifted up his cane.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
At the Hollywood Improv.
yeah."
That was mad funny. But your top 5. So we
Yeah,
got Stevie
Stevie
Wonder.
Yeah,
Wonder.
Stevie. Who else we got? I found out about. I do that bit. I found out about Jimi Hendrix through Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Oh.
Because Hulk Hogan used to walk out to Voodoo Child in the 90s.
Ah,
And so I
okay.
was like, "Bam," I heard that shit. And I just thought Hogan was just supporting some up and coming artists and shit.
It was Jimi
It was
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. So we got Stevie, Jimmy.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy,
Soldier Boy.
Dylon,
Oh, of course.
and
Of course that one.
Lil Zane.
Okay. Lil Zane was just in BMF.
Oh yeah.
He's on that BMF show.
No. So let me see. That was a
I don't want to judge nobody's picks. So
Right. You're like,
yeah.
Lil
Yeah, you
Zane
kept
was
it cool
just-
on that.
yeah,
Yeah, that
Lil
was
Zane was just-
nice and not
He
combative.
working.
Yeah, right. He still got a job.
Yeah, he working out here. Just in case he was serious. You know what I'm saying?
Who Anderson .Paak was on a great
Oh.
live show.
Love
Like,
Anderson
great
.Paak.
live show and just a good.
Love Anderson .Paak.
The fact of just drumming
Mhm.
while you sing
Oh.
like that, just the level of
There's so much
coordination
going
and your
on.
because you
Yeah.
drumming, you singing, then you got kick drum
Yes.
too, and you got the snare on your
It's
other foot,
amazing.
and so that level of skill
Mhm.
live is he's a dope live performer.
Yeah, I want to see him live. I want to see him and Bruno live
Yeah, that's
because they care about music, and I can tell. And I'm like, man, I would love to see them live. So we got 3.
We got 3.
Mhm.
We got
Give me
and
2
then
more.
let me go in my
And tap in.
let me see. We got let's say
Hard hitting questions.
This is a hard hitting question.
Hard hitting
Man.
questions. Verbal cardio.
Yeah. Don't clip this.
Hard hitting questions out here. Yeah. Reflect.
Oh shit! I have to go back to and I'm not bailing like
Oh, no,
on the
yeah.
question. I just
Yeah.
realized.
Oh yeah,
Trying to slide
we
up out of
overdid
here.
it. We overdid it.
That 5. We should kept 3.
Oh, I
Bottom
mean
2.
3.
We get 3.
Let's say who am I top?
Any women on up on there?
You know, she's newer, but it's this artist, Dolce. I am Dolce. Have you heard that Isaiah Rashad song, What You Said?
Is it on his new album?
Yeah.
I heard his whole new album, but I'm not familiar with the song titles.
Like she on that chill track.
Yeah.
And so I saw her on the BET Awards,
Uh-huh.
and she was really performing. Oh shit!
Yeah.
And then I watched some of her stuff on YouTube, and it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know he
Am
performed
Dolce.
at the BET Awards.
Yeah, it was she.
There's some
She
gems on that
bringing
album.
it. Her videos.
Okay.
It was one. Was it something something Coochie was the name of the track.
Coochie.
But I was like, yo, this
Coochie.
track is the video and just how it's engineered.
Yeah.
Is the level of intensity to it. Where I'm like, damn, this is wild. And she did
Yeah.
it, yeah. But next time we'll get into the other, and
Yeah.
then there's Jay-Z, and then
Okay.
there's you got the Whispers, then you got
The Whispers with the mustache.
then you got
Who was your favorite
Idris-
artist?
and my
out of
favorite
Chicago?
artist, Idris Elba as a DJ.
Oh, yeah. He does DJ. Who's your favorite
RZA.
Chicago artist?
Kanye.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
And we're going to close it out with that.
Yeah.
We're going to close it out with that top 5 that we
Yeah.
pulled it together.
Yeah.
Kanye West favorite. We got Jay-Z, Idris Elba, Dulce, Anderson .Paak, Stevie Wonder, Jimi Hendrix,
Whispers.
and the Whispers.
And the Whispers.
Yeah.
And Lil Zane, and Crucial Conflict.
Lil Zane, Soulja Boy, and Crucial Conflict. West Side.
And yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Crucial Conflict. Hey is one of my favorite songs. Just want to throw that out there. And they from your side.
From the West Side.
Hannibal, man, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
man.
coming out of your sabbatical of
Yeah.
podcasts
Yeah, hadn't done
and
this
joining me here in Verbal Cardio. I'm honored. Thank you for putting me on your show. No
For sure,
audition
man.
necessary. I appreciate it. And anything you need from me, you got my number. I
Thank
got your 2, 3, 4 numbers that you be hitting me from. Always share your music with me. I'm willing to listen.
All right, man. Yeah.
And Veneers is hot.
Yeah.
Keep that going.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You got anything you need to plug or anything you need to?
Veneers coming soon.
Yeah.
Veneers. We got if you in New York, check out Mary Lee. She's performing in New York. Great comedian Mary Lee Williams. Check her out on socials. Got putting out a special with some Chicago comedians soon. King Drive Comedy. Just help. I'm not in there. Just help kind of produce it. So that's got Jess Niche in it. It's hosted by
Jess
Michi
Niche.
Hall,
She's so funny, man.
Marlon Mitchell, and Mike Samp. So that's coming soon. So just check out my socials and website, and got a bunch of other. Maybe I'll put out that what happened with why. I got hell ideas. Just
man, cue it up.
shoot a message over bother me about some of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should finish that.
And you got a place in Chicago still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You live
Yeah.
in 3 different cities, don't you?
Here in the Hawaii phase is done.
Okay.
So just 2 now. 2 now. Yeah.
Still, man, dual
Yeah.
citizenship.
Yeah,
I want to
man.
be that. I want dual citizenship.
You'll get there.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you, bro, for coming
sure.
through.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all in the Chatsworth. Shout out to my producer extraordinaire, Sabrina Sith. You know what I'm saying? You still want to go by Sith, or you want to?
Castro's just too. It's too many questions that come with
Really?
Castro. Yeah. Like,
Even
are you
now?
related?
You know what
I'll
I'm
go
saying?
with Castro.
Castro.
Yeah,
Sab-
Castro,
I like your last.
I like
name,
my
you know
last
what I'm
name,
saying?
too.
Sabrina Castro on the production tip. I want to thank the patron saints, the bakery. Thank y'all for pulling back up. We are back. And yeah, y'all, share this with your peeps. Love y'all passionately in the shower. And we out.
Yeah, man. Thank you, y'all.
Boom.